Hello, this is Matt Clarkin with Access Point HSA, and this is a CHSA update for July 24th, 2020. This CHSA update is part 2 to the update we had earlier this week regarding the JAMA Open Network survey of HSA owners. So just to review, the JAMA Network Open on July 17th published a study regarding health savings accounts, looking at the decisions people make who have health savings accounts. In the last update, we looked at those who had a high deductible health plan, were HSA eligible, and did not open an HSA. Today, we're going to look at the second part of that study, which is regarding contributions to an HSA. So in the survey, they found that 55% of the people who were surveyed who had HSAs did not contribute to the HSA, to their HSA in the last 12 months. Now, this does not include employer contributions. This is specifically individual contributions. So a real lost opportunity with 55% of people not contributing to the HSA. For those who did contribute to an HSA, 2,000 was the most common amount, with about 47% of individuals at least contributing $2,000. So for those who did not contribute to an HSA, the question was asked the reason for not contributing. And we see the most common answers on both sides of this graph, on the left and on the right. On the left, we see that almost 45% responded that they did not need health care, that there was no reason to contribute to the HSA because they weren't in need of health care. Now, that is someone who's not looking at the HSA as a long-term retirement planning tool, who's not looking at what retirement costs will be for healthcare either. And the same can be said when we look at, on the right side of this graph, already had savings was the second most common reason the person didn't contribute to an HSA. So when we look at that, they already had savings. They're not obviously looking at the fact that they don't lose the money that they contribute to an HSA, that it rolls over year, and that if they build up a balance in that HSA, they can invest it and grow it tax-free. So again, as you can see here from the reasons that individuals did not contribute, the most common really are two bad reasons, if you will. If you don't have any money to put into the HSA, that's one thing. But when you have those answers, you're really looking at a missed opportunity. And finally, they looked at the type of savings vehicles people were using to pay their healthcare costs. Now, again, you got to keep in mind, these are people that are HSA eligible. So 60% of people were only using the HSA. A little over 20% was using the HSA plus some other vehicles. So that would be expected. But then when you look on the left, you see bank only, someone who's HSA eligible using a bank account to pay for their health costs after tax, or a flexible spending account. There's advantages to a flexible spending account for sure, but not compared to a health savings account. So again, many people not really being efficient in how they're paying for healthcare today and in the future. A couple final pieces with regards to the JAMA report. Some suggestions were to improve people incorporating the HSA and contributing to the HSA was ongoing interventions with people who are HSA eligible, not just during open enrollment, but during the course of the entire year. In addition, default contribution amounts, and finally, employer matching, incentivizing people to open and contribute to their HSA. So this concludes the CHSA update for July 24, 2020. If you have any questions regarding the JAMA report, or if you have any suggestions for future CHSA updates, please let us know at info@accesspointhsa.com. Thank you.